Smash Ultimate League claims that a Nintendo Direct will come on February 12th and we'll know all the secret fighters. Block content. What's happening, my blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. We're going to be taking a look at two very awesome, very different Smash supposed leaks that come from 4chan, anonymous sources, so we can, speculate all you want about these characters. There's some really fun stuff in here that we can talk about today, and I also wanted to note that I just saw the Sonic movie. My review, non-spoiler, is actually up on the channel right now, so go check out that review to see what I thought of the Sonic movie, and very soon I'll upload a spoiler review of the movie, so if you've seen the movie, then I get to talk about all the cool stuff that's in there, the Easter eggs, and even post-credit scene stuff. But today I want to focus a little bit more on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, some Luigi's Mansion stuff, which is also pretty incredible, and this supposed leak that actually predicts all of the 6 fighters that will be coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Fighter Pass 2 DLC, and I think that they're really interesting choices. Some of these choices are not surprising, and some of them are really interesting, so I want to go ahead and talk about all of this today with you guys, and of course I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite video game? How do you start making YouTube videos? Well, whatever you can think of, send your question through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here's a brand new giveaway. You can win this Super Mario surprise capsule with a toy inside from Tomy. Any Mario item, character, Yoshi could be inside. I leave them closed so you can find out what's inside when you win, and I'm giving away 4 of these. So remember to like this video right now, subscribe to this channel, and comment down below to enter for the giveaways. Alright guys, let's get into the main topic of today, and it's this, and it just says Smash Leak, and it has this picture of a very classic Mario Brothers or Donkey Kong style Mario, the very classic design that I totally love, and there's a reason why it's in there, and I'll talk about that too. And it's just saying this: the next fighter revealed will have a Luigi's Mansion spirit board, but they do not originate from the Luigi's Mansion series. They are a Mario character, however. And that pretty much is the only evidence released, and along with this there were no other posts that talked a little bit more in depth about what this could mean, and people of course are very rightly saying, well, if he posts this character, if it's just saying Smash Leak, and it comes with Luigi's Mansion stuff. I mean, yes, we've had a lot of Luigi's Mansion content in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate already, which I totally love, but of course, more is even more welcome, and what could be cooler than a Luigi's Mansion spirit board, in the sense that, in Luigi's Mansion you catch ghosts, which are also spirits, so I actually really love the idea, but what could the next fighter be, and is it a Mario character? Well, there's 2 choices, one of which I think you guys will see coming from a mile away, and the other choice might not be such a crazy one, but it's definitely something that not a lot of people are talking about. And the first one here, of course, is Waluigi. A lot of people really want this character in Smash Brothers, and even though it sort of has become a laughingstock of the Super Smash Bros. Scene, in other ways, Waluigi is a very real reality for some fans out there that just want their favorite Mario character to be represented in the game in some sort of playable fashion. So if you look at this classic design of that Donkey Kong style Mario, yes, I mean, the 80s style works really well for that character being a villain. I love the look of the mustache too, like it literally is a mustache twirling villain, and that is of course also Waluigi, so that's why I think that this invokes that. And if you of course think about the Luigi's Mansion stuff, that goes together with Waluigi quite well, because of course they are pretty much synonymous with each other. It's Waluigi and of course Luigi's Mansion. So yeah, Waluigi makes no appearances in those games at all. He's not really the antagonist of Luigi in a canonical sense, but we like to think he is, so we kind of couple him with Luigi as well. I think though that if we're talking about a Luigi's Mansion spirit board, and Nintendo with Byleth has been meaning to, do a lot of these different choices in the Fighter Pass that actually kind of up the sales for different games. With Byleth is of course Fire Emblem Three Houses. Could we expect more from that? Well, maybe, if we consider that it's not the mustachioed villain Waluigi, but it could actually be another Luigi's Mansion character, and it could be Dr. Professor E. Egad. I think that this character, Luigi, I think it could be really interesting to have that character in Smash because he will be very gear-based, and actually more than Luigi, actually maybe even have the Poltergust as a general weapon to suck up different characters, to use the flashlight, to use the Ghost Slam stuff. I think that it would be really fun to have Egad in there because he's actually a long-time Mario character. I mean, not many people know that Egad even constructed Bowser Jr.'s own paintbrush that he used in Super Mario Sunshine. I thought that it always was a really cool like world building thing where Egad was a bigger character. And of course, Egad has also appeared in other Mario spin-off games and sometimes even as a playable character, and I would love to see that character make the jump. I feel like it's very similar to a choice like Bowser Jr., right? You get a character in there that might not essentially be one of the biggest Mario characters, but it's a character that everyone knows, that is deep in the lore, and could bring an excellent new move set to Smash Brothers. So if you think about Egad, it is also wrapping, another kind of different character, an older man kind of character, but very small, and a very humorous character at that. But if you think about the style, this character could use a lot of mechanical equipment, a lot of ghost hunting equipment. I mean, make all the jokes you want about the Game Boy Horror or the Virtual Boo. I totally love that stuff in Luigi's Mansion, and I think that Egad would be a very funny character to join Smash Brothers. But yeah, it is a Mario series character. There's not a Luigi's Mansion franchise icon. Luigi just goes under Mario 2, so would Egad do that as well? Or does this post simply just point towards Waluigi? Well, I'd like to know from you guys, and we immediately move on to the next one here, and this is the interesting stuff, right? This is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate stuff, and it just says Nintendo Direct February 12th. And it's really interesting to think about the fact that they are just calling a Nintendo Direct that supposedly is happening in just about a week from now. I mean, at the moment of recording, it's actually 2 days away, which would be incredible. And the idea that we would be getting a Nintendo Direct this soon in February would make a lot of people very happy. I do feel like it probably should have been announced right now if we are getting it in just 2 days after the moment of recording, but it would be really incredible to have it in before that big Valentine's Day stuff, before the Sonic movie, to get some hype for some Nintendo properties as well. Or, maybe do it a little bit after, but February 12th would get me very hyped. But what is the most interesting about this whole situation is that it also talks about some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate content, and it just calls all of these different characters. And it just says Crash Bandicoot, Lloyd Irving, Phoenix Wright, Arl Naja, Ring Fit Adventurer, and Travis Touchdown. A lot of people have commented on this and think that it's very interesting. There's no way of knowing that this is the same person that is calling this Nintendo Direct. I mean, that is the interesting part for me, and I wanted to thank everyone through the Discord for sending me these images and sending me all this information. It's really interesting that you guys are working together to make sure that I get all the latest in supposedly leaked information. This could very much be someone posting something on an image board, and that is, sometimes the case. But with this, I feel like the predictions actually make a lot of sense here. It's Crash Bandicoot. Well, we definitely feel like that character deserves to be in Smash. Might it come to that game? I'm not entirely sure, but I definitely feel like a character has the moveset to appear in Smash Bros. It has the appeal, and it definitely has the attitude to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And with the games on Switch, I definitely feel like there's a strong partnership with the developer, and there's of course a lot more Crash to come, with just a brand new game announced for smartphones. So I definitely feel like Crash is a shoo-in at this point, and if he doesn't appear in Fighter Pass 2, a lot of people are going to be very sad. And the next one is Lloyd Irving from the Tales series. I definitely feel like this is a character that has been rumored for such a long time, maybe even down to the Melee days. I remember Super Smash Flash or Super Flash Smash. That was a game up in Newgrounds before they did the sequel, and that actually already had Lloyd in the game, and that's how I was introduced to the character, and then got into the Tales games after. And I thought it was really incredible that that franchise is, still this big, still have these different stories, but Lloyd always is a character that kind of comes back to the zeitgeist, and having that character in Smash would make it go, all around. I love that idea. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, of course, already appeared in a couple of different, crossover fighting games, and I love the fact that this is a non-traditional, non-fighting character. So yeah, that could definitely be very interesting. Capcom has been playing ball with Nintendo for a very long time, especially on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, with getting in a lot of different characters, which I totally love. So that third-party connection there is super strong. So having Phoenix Wright in there actually makes a lot of sense to me. Now, Orel, of course, Puyo Puyo, that's been very heavily rumored since we saw that Daisy picture and stuff with the color theory and stuff with the picture theory. So Orel actually seems like something that might have happened at some point, but got cut at that moment for promotional reasons. I think that it's very interesting to think about because Orel is a character that, you know, wouldn't even be pushed for a new game in the series, even though there's a big Puyo Puyo Day coming up, so there could be an announcement made there. But just the fact that, yeah, they wanted to get Violet out there to up the sales a little bit for 3 houses, but maybe it could actually have been shelved to the next Fighters Pass, and we could be seeing this character in Smash Brothers. So Ring Fit Adventurer, another crazy choice over here, and I do absolutely think that the fact that we're talking about this character in Smash Brothers is indicative of that it actually could be happening. I mean, the idea that Sakurai has actually put Wii Fit Trainer in Smash Brothers for Wii U, the character has gone, of course, on to be an Ultimate because everyone's here, and all these crazy other characters that you could have never seen in a fighting game. I think Ring Fit Adventurer actually fits in quite well because that game is built around movement, you know, has some fighting game moves in there as well, and could be a really cool partner to Wii Fit Trainer. I mean, fits in quite well. So I'm really curious if Sakurai thinks in those terms, or if he's like, nah, we got Wii Fit Trainer, that feels good enough for me. So I'm really curious if he would actually do that. And the final one here is Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes, a lightsaber fighter. I don't even know what the weapon is called canonically in the game, so let me know in the comments if you do know, but I feel like that sword fighting style is kind of like a bat in the games and not really like a lightsaber. So I love the idea that you can just smack people around with these crazy cool Travis Touchdown combos. Yeah, we're getting a new game, and I think that it could coincide with some sort of character reveal. It feels very Sakurai to have that character in there. It feels like Sakurai would be saying, you know, Travis Touchdown will rep like a little Western stuff, but it's actually like a very Japanese character. So I love the fighting style of this character, you know, a lot of throws as well, which of course very much translates to Super Smash Brothers. So I would absolutely love to see that character in Smash Brothers too, and I'm just generally curious if there's any of these characters that you guys are super excited about, because I know that I'm excited for some Crash in my Smash, so I'd love to hear what you guys think of this. If you comment down below, that could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, what is your top 6 characters? So what are the 6 fighters that you feel should be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? As for our previous comment question, and this is going to be a really fun one, it actually comes from our user, The Real Sneakers, saying, I think if Sora was announced, would just make people's heads explode, especially if this report of him being vetoed is a misdirect, and if he's in it, may spring him when no one expects it. Nintendo has shown that they can keep secrets and totally surprise people, and I admit, I like being surprised over learning of leaks, of shop is or maybe coming. That being said, seeing how excited fans get when they watch a reveal, or even a new announcement, what characters do think, if it were announced, would just make people lose it in a positive and happy way. Other than Sora, think Waluigi and Master Chief were too offhand. So thank you, The Real Sneakers. A little bit broken English right there, but I did manage to get through it. But I especially think that it's really cool that you think about Sora for Smash Brothers and that it will absolutely make people lose their minds. I think if they did strike a partnership with Disney and Square Enix at the same time and get a character like Sora in Smash Brothers, even with a Final Smash that has like Goofy and Donald, Goofy! Well, I think that that would be incredible for Smash Brothers lore. I think it would be a really cool character with a lot of combo potential as well. So I'm totally for Sora in Super Smash Brothers. I think that you are too. And definitely Waluigi and Master Chief would be incredible picks for that game as well. So I'm really curious what you guys think, and a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters and the super chats during our live streams. You guys make block content possible. So if you want to have yourself created as a block content character, join me for a Skype chat, or even have your own ideas animated by me, go to patreon.com/blockedcontent. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there, and they're waiting just for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, hit subscribe now, smash that like button, and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya!